Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this June the 17th, 2023. I'm hoping everybody's having a great Saturday out there so far. Hope everybody has a great Saturday afternoon. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in today's video, we're going to talk about the satellite imagery across the tropical Atlantic. We're going to take a look at Invest Tropical Low 92L right here where I'm circling. I'm going to put the mouse there so you can see it. Also, we're going to take a look at the weather radar across the nation, take a look at the current information on Tropical Low Invest 92L, and also take a look at the watches, warning, and advisory, and also take a look at the Storm Prediction Center outlook for today, Sunday, and your Monday. Okay. If you're a new viewer and have not subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing. Love to have you. Like these videos, share these videos, and I want to ask for a special prayer request from everybody out here that watches this video. I'm having a little bit of leg problems on my left side, left leg. If everybody could say a quick prayer for me, I would greatly appreciate it. From my community out there, love to have all the prayers I can get. I hope everybody can say a prayer for me to get me back to normal again so I can walk around a little better. I've been having a little problem walking around here with my left leg hurting all the time. Hopefully I can get that problem solved, and the power of prayer is very powerful, and I'm counting on the good Lord to get me back to normal again, and so I can walk around normal and don't have to hobble around anymore there in pain. But if everybody can say a prayer for me, I greatly appreciate it. Got my voice back later yesterday, so now I'm able to talk. So we're back in business again. Alrighty, well, let's go ahead and dive on into the forecast now. As you can see, here's Invest 92L. Kind of poorly organized at this time, but got this little tropical wave moving off the African coast. This looks a little suspicious. Could become something too as well. Number 3, and then become Tropical Storm Bret. So just want to give you a heads up on it. The next name is Bret. This little suspicious looking character right here down in the portion of the southwestern portions of the Caribbean Sea, down into portions of the southeastern portions or northeastern portions of the Pacific Northwest. Looks a little suspicious. I do expect this activity to lift off to the north and to the northwest. May affect portions of Cuba and a portion of the Yucatan Peninsula. We got a Drake cold front extended from here all the way out in the Atlantic. We got some shower and thunderstorm blowing up along that frontal boundary and pushing off into the Atlantic. Nothing to worry about here, folks. This is just some disorganized shower and storm. It was the one moving off the African coast, and the one down here. You'll have to keep upload the video. Here we go. Alright, we're looking at showers, maybe a rumble thunder. There goes that little system you seen on the satellite imagery right here, pushing off into the Atlantic. We got some shower and storms there. May affect the northern Bahamas later on this afternoon. Got some scattered activity there as well. Got some scattered activity around the Puerto Rican island there. Got a few on portions of Cuba. Got some down in the Gulf of Mexico, some scattered activity. Also, we got more shower and thunderstorms up here in Minnesota, all the way back in the portion of Iowa. A little bit of shower activity over here in portions of Nebraska. Got some rain and snow showers over Colorado for you guys there. Also, we got more scattered activity over portions of Wyoming, back into Idaho, eastern Oregon. Also in the western Montana. Like might be a little bit of snow there as well in that vicinity. In southern Canada, got a few showers and maybe a rumble of thunder, maybe even a little bit of snow mixed in some locations there as well. Guam radar still currently unavailable. Alaska got a few scattered showers, central and south, a little bit offshore there as well, and around the Hawaii and Chain Island, got some scattered showers that may affect the island later on today. Alright, let's move on to the current Invest 92L information. This is currently the view of it from the satellite imagery there that I showed you earlier. This is a close-up view here. Let's take a look at the hurricane models here. This is from the National Hurricane Center. This is their hurricane forecast models. Takes it generally to the west, northwest, and kind of then it eventually all turns off to the northwest. Kind of misses the island, but a couple do take it a little further to the south. One takes it to the north. If any of these storms develop, they do tend to, if they're stronger, they'll eventually curve out to the north and to the northeast. The weaker the system is, the more west the system goes. So if the system remains just a tropical wave and then finally becomes a tropical depression, it may go a little further to the south and move into the Caribbean Sea later on down the road. So that's something we're gonna keep an eye on as it gets closer. All right, here's a look at the GEF and GEFS tracks. According to it, that's where it's currently positioned. According to that, it takes it more further to the west, then to the northwest. Few of them takes it into the Caribbean, that like I'm thinking it probably will. This up here, I probably disagree with that right now, but it's possible. But right now, it looks like it may take more of a track into the Caribbean, may weaken as it gets into the Caribbean Ocean, Caribbean Sea, that is. So, but let's see how this thing plays out on that. Here is the GEPS ensembles. We're going to take a look at it real cool. Take a look at it. According to them, most of them takes it about the way I'm thinking, right through some in the Caribbean and then right through across the island and maybe end up over here off the southeast coast later on. One of the models still showing it goes back out to sea. That's the outlier right now, so I don't really trust that one. And let's take a look at the intensity model guidance per the model blends. Currently, like I said, winds about 20-25 miles per hour. Most models do take it up to a tropical storm and a tropical depression, then a tropical storm, and then one wants to shoot up to a category 4. I don't believe that's an outlier. Also, the one for a category 2, that's an outlier right now too. But tropical storm status looks more likely. But if it do go into a category 1, could become a category 1. But right now, I'm thinking right now, I'm currently thinking it's probably going to be more of a tropical depression and then turn into a tropical storm as we head later on down the road. It would be, like I said, that will become Tropical Storm Bret when it does become a named storm. Alright, let's move on to the watches, warnings, and advisory map for your location across the nation. Slowly coming up again, folks. Here we go. We got some flash flood watches in effect for portions of Maine all the way into portions of New Hampshire and Vermont. Got a few flood advisories, flood warnings in effect for portions of Vermont and also New Hampshire as well. We got more air quality alerts for portions of Pennsylvania down into North Carolina, even the North Carolina mountains over around the Wilmington area as well. Got more air quality alerts for portions of Tennessee, southern Kentucky, also central and southern Indiana, western portions of Ohio, also in the eastern portions of Illinois and eastern Missouri, western Illinois, eastern Missouri, northeastern portions of Oklahoma, and also southwestern portions of Arizona. We got some wind advisories, also some flood advisories, also for California and Nevada. River flood warning still in effect for Nevada, portions of Idaho, also over here in portions of South Dakota. A flood advisory in effect for a location there in portions of Wyoming. We got that flood watch in effect for eastern portions of Colorado, western Kansas. Also we got some red flag warnings in effect for central and southwestern portion of Arizona. We got a big real estate area of heat advisories, excessive heat warnings from central and southern Texas, all the way through Louisiana into Mississippi there as well. Also got some heat advisory down in southern Florida, special marine warnings there as well. Flood warning, flood watches in effect for portions of southern Georgia, back in the southern portion of Alabama. We got severe thunderstorm watches that has been issued for eastern and southern portions of Mississippi, southern Alabama, the panhandle of Florida, southwest Georgia, and northern portions of Florida there as well. Alaska looks good. Got a few gale warnings along south portions of the Hawaiian Chain Islands. All right, let's move on to the Storm Prediction Center outlook for today. As we do have that severe weather to talk about in today's forecast. We got general thunderstorms over Maine all the way back into New York. Also portions of southern South Carolina down into Georgia, all the way back into Minnesota, also back into eastern North and South Dakota, back into Nebraska, back into Colorado and western Texas. General thunderstorms up here around Montana, all the way back into Idaho and eastern portion of Oregon and northern portion of Wyoming. We have a marginal risk down here in portions of Florida, all the way back into portions of southern Minnesota, all the way back into portions of Colorado and back into Texas. We have a big area of slight risk for severe weather over central and southern Florida, all the way through the Florida Panhandle, back into Colorado, back into central Texas. We have an enhanced risk over central Texas, back into western Arkansas, through Oklahoma, southern Kansas, and southeast Colorado. And if you're in the enhanced risk, this includes Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Tuscaloosa, Oklahoma, Abilene, Texas, Norman, Oklahoma, Wichita Falls, Texas. Slight risk include Dallas, Texas, Austin, Texas, Fort Worth, Texas, Miami, Florida, Colorado Springs, Colorado. Marginal risk include Jacksonville, Florida, Memphis, Tennessee, Denver, Colorado, Kansas City, Missouri, and New Orleans, Louisiana. Tornado probability for today, 2% in the green. West coast of Florida through the Panhandle. We got a 5% down there as well in the Panhandle of Florida. We also have central Texas all the way into portions of Kansas, back into Colorado with 2%, 5% in southern Kansas, back into Oklahoma there as well. 5%, this includes Tuscaloosa, Oklahoma, Mobile, Alabama, Edmond, Oklahoma, Pensacola, Florida, Edmond, Oklahoma. 2% include Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Tampa, Florida, St. Petersburg, Florida, Tallahassee, Florida, Gainesville, Florida. Wind probability. We have 5% in the brown, 15% in the yellow areas, 30% in the red areas there, in the slashed areas. That's a significant damaging wind threat. This will include Dallas, Texas, Fort Worth, Texas, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Tuscaloosa, Oklahoma, Arlington, Texas. 30% includes Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Tuscaloosa, Oklahoma, Abilene, Texas, Norman, Oklahoma, Wichita Falls, Texas. 15% include Dallas, Texas, Austin, Texas, Fort Worth, Texas, Miami, Florida, Colorado Springs, Colorado. Also, the 5% include Jacksonville, Florida, Memphis, Tennessee, Denver, Colorado, Kansas City, Missouri, and also New Orleans, Louisiana. The hail probability, we have a 5% in the brown areas there, 15% in the yellow, 30% in the red, the hash-slashed area. That's in effect for large hail over golf ball size hail, at the baseball size, maybe even larger. Hailstones. This would be Fort Worth, Texas, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Mobile, Alabama, Abilene, Texas, and Norman, Oklahoma. 30% include Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Tuscaloosa, Oklahoma, Aberdeen, Texas, Norman, Oklahoma, Wichita Falls, Texas. 15% Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, Miami, Florida, Colorado Springs, Colorado, Arlington, Texas. 5% include Jacksonville, Florida, Austin, Texas, Memphis, Tennessee, Denver, Colorado, and Kansas City, Missouri. All right, let's move on to day number 2. Alright, we got general thunderstorms over here in the Pacific Northwest from Washington State, down towards Oregon, northern Idaho. Also, general thunderstorms also in effect for Montana, back in the port of Idaho. Southern and southeastern Idaho, that is, northern Utah, into Wyoming, also back in South Dakota, North Dakota as well. Marginal risk over Montana. We got general thunderstorms in Minnesota, all the way back to Texas, down to South Texas, Florida Keys, the Carolinas, all the way back to Wisconsin, Illinois. We have a slight risk down in central Texas, eastern Texas, back up to the portion of Illinois, Missouri, to the central and southern Florida. We have a slight risk in the yellow, enhanced risk in the orange, pretty much across Alabama, Mississippi, back in Arkansas, Louisiana, vicinity there. The enhanced risk, this includes Shreveport, Louisiana, Mobile, Alabama, Little Rock, Arkansas, Jackson, Mississippi, Bossier City, Louisiana. Slight risk include Memphis, Tennessee, Montgomery, Alabama, Tyler, Texas, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Longview, Texas. Marginal risk include Austin, Texas, New Orleans, Louisiana, Miami, Florida, Tampa, Florida, and St. Louis, Missouri. The tornado probability for your Sunday will be 2% in the green. Down here in Florida, back into Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Arkansas. This includes Tampa, Florida, St. Peter. I don't know why that thing doing that. St. Petersburg, Florida, Mobile, Alabama, Little Rock, Arkansas, Jackson, Mississippi. Winds 5% in Brown, 5% in Montana, and also from Florida, back in Missouri, Illinois, Texas. 15% down there along the Gulf Coast, back toward Arkansas and portion of Texas. 30% in Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Southwest Alabama. 30% Shreveport, Louisiana, Mobile, Alabama, Little Rock, Arkansas, Jackson, Mississippi, Bossier City, Louisiana. 15% Memphis, Tennessee, Montgomery, Alabama, Tyler, Texas, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Longview, Texas. 5% include Austin, Texas, New Orleans, Louisiana, Miami, Florida, Tampa, Florida, and St. Louis, Missouri. For damaging winds, hail, 5% down here in portion of Florida Panhandle, back into Missouri, all the way back into Texas. 15% down here in Panhandle, Florida, all the way back into Arkansas. And the 30%, the yellow slashed area, significant hail, be golf ball size hail to baseball size hail. This will include Shreveport, Louisiana, Mobile, Alabama, Jackson, Mississippi, Longview, Texas, Bossier City, Louisiana. 30% include Jackson, Mississippi, Hattiesburg, Mississippi, Vicksburg, Mississippi, Clinton, Mississippi, and Pearl, Mississippi. 15%. Memphis, Tennessee, Montgomery, Alabama, Shreveport, Louisiana, Mobile, Alabama, Little Rock, Arkansas. 5% include Austin, Texas, New Orleans, Louisiana, St. Louis, Missouri, Birmingham, Alabama, and Baton Rouge, Louisiana. That's for large hail. All right, let's take a look at day 3. This will be your Monday forecast. We got general thunderstorm from portion of Oregon, all the way back into portion of northwest Minnesota, including North and South Dakota. Also back into Wyoming and portion of Idaho, Louisiana, all the way back into Illinois, back into West Virginia, through the Carolina, Florida, and Florida Keys. Marginal risk included from Louisiana all the way to the Panhandle, Florida, back into western Georgia, excuse me. The probability for severe weather, 5%. In the brown, this includes New Orleans, Louisiana, Atlanta, Georgia, Birmingham, Alabama, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Montgomery, Alabama. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well. Enjoy the weather. It's the only weather you got. Like these videos, share these videos, consider subscribing. We'll catch you back in the next one.